collect them.
No, see that 1 naira. 1 naira. Nobody. We are not even aware that the government are sharing money for the drivers.
Empower people, but they never share them. Whether they never share them or not.
Agbo Sunday is a family man and tricycle rider that operates beside the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation fueling station, located at the major junction of Abuja's densely populated residential area in Kubwa.
What is in my pocket now is 600 naira. Yeah? My wife is carrying pure water and other things in the market. So if I load now, I'm praying now. If I load, go across, I have to branch to house because as they close school now, all of my children are in the house now. Let me see if I will buy maybe half mood of gas, give them with the sugar 15 naira. Give them, let them drink.
He is one among the many transport workers affected by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We are making at least 7,000, 6,000 in a day. But now we hardly get 1,500. A family of, I'm telling you, I'm a man of family, five children, plus my wife in the house. Can you check it?
On the 23rd of March 2021, the Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment, Mariam Katsagum, said since January, about 17 million beneficiaries in the transport track had been approved for payment, while about 9,000 cases are being processed for payment. But just like a few of his colleagues, Apple was unaware of the federal government's survival funds.
Even there is some of our members, when you begin to ask this kind of people, this kind of question, they'll be looking at you because they never even hear that the government is giving anybody 1 naira because of COVID-19. They're only forcing us obeying their protocols, wearing face mask and washing hands several times. That's the level we are into now. But if any alleviation or whatever people are calling it, that one has not even getting our ear. It never even come close to us. How much more of getting it?
The arrival of COVID-19 into Nigeria in 2020 disrupted businesses due to lockdown imposed to curb the spread of the virus. As a result, the Nigerian government launched the Nigeria Economic Sustainability Plan (NESP) worth 2.3 trillion naira in September 2020 to reduce the negative impact of the pandemic on small businesses. Among those plans is the transport track of the Transport and Artisans Scheme, a subset of micro, small and medium enterprises (MSMEs) survival fund. About 4,505 beneficiaries were targeted in each state, including the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). An estimated 5 billion was said to have been spent on this scheme, and this involved the disbursement of a one-off grant of 30,000 naira each to qualified individuals operating in the transport sector. And the targeted beneficiaries include rideshare drivers such as Uber, Bolt, taxi drivers, bus drivers, tricycle riders, bike riders and cat pushers. But like Agbo Sunday, a lot of transport workers at Kubwa, Wuse, Beggar Access, Buhari and Dede complained about the lopsidedness of the project.
They say they pay. We never, nobody don't even tell us, see how they collect the money, how much more collecting it.
You don't ask your union leaders if they don't give them money?
I never ask them, but we believe so if they don't collect it, if anybody collect it, they will tell us.
You believe your union leaders to the extent that if they collect money, they go give you?
At all. Never received anything that I say COVID-19 United of sort of money, 10 tara or 2, I mean, tara. We never received anything.
Yes. As a local government, okay. I don't know what I'm saying now. Not everything federal government can do as well. Yes. That is why I'm asking the Yemi Osibajo himself, Professor Yemi Osibajo, His Excellency, say you understand, what are the procedures laid down to help the common man? Okay. I don't know what I'm saying now. Then from the FCDA, it can go to local government. The local government knows where those parks are. This is beggar. You can't be coming to Abuja now, or somebody that told you that he has been in Abuja for 2 years or 3 years, that will tell you he has never heard about the beggar. During the time of COVID-19, it is only God that makes us to survive. Like me now, it is only God. Say your
where would they drive a keke here will not say anything. for here.
I never say anything.
We never say anything.
A taxi driver with bracketed taxi family told the ICIR in anonymity the drivers were selected based on some requirements.
The thing is that from our office, right from our office, they shortlist people that are qualifying from the shortlist. It started from you are supposed to meet up if you're not owing debt as a driver.
Okay.
So your name will be submitted.
Okay.
And that is majorly what they do. You just write down your name, your number, your vehicle number and stuff like that. That is just it. So
despite meeting the requirements, he didn't benefit from the scheme.
Only here, maybe 1 or 2 people say yes, they got it, but we have more than thousands of people that are supposed to benefit from it. I didn't benefit from it. I applied as the way they are supposed to, but I didn't get it. And then I was not called up for anything. Nobody sent me any. I didn't receive any alert, and I won't go out there going to make noise or disturb anybody because.
On the part of the e-hailing services like Bolt and Uber, the ICIR found out that some of the drivers on this platform were lucky to benefit, while few were not. Bolt Nigeria told the ICIR through a phone interview that they tried reaching out to the federal government to provide support for their drivers through the scheme, but it was not successful. As a result, they had to seek alternative means to compensate their drivers. However, the ICIR gathered that Bolt could not benefit from the scheme because the federal government only recognized drivers belonging to an association. Unfortunately, most drivers of the private transport company were not registered.
So we did investigate the possibility, not really for ourselves, really. I mean, the purpose of us investigating that opportunity was mostly to see if we could get some support for the drivers who work with us. Eventually, we were not successful in being able to get something set up ourselves. So instead, what we did was we had special bonuses that we gave to our drivers after the lockdown ended, to try and help them get back on the road. So in the end, we were not able to explore these opportunities. However, what we're able to do is that, again, very, very quickly, we were able to our operational costs. We were able to receive a lot of money from a direction. We were able to also focus on the even more strictly on the key deliverables.
But for some Bolt and Uber drivers who also registered with City Online Drivers Association, an embodiment of e-hailing drivers, they got the grant, though only 50 slots were made available to them. The chairman of the board of trustee and chief provost of the association said almost all members that applied under the association got the grant.
At the time, we didn't have much money in our purse. What we did, after like a few weeks, we were able to, within ourselves as the experts, that of course, to some extent, we are privileged to have some little money, we're able to support some persons that we could support in our own capacity. But as a body, was not able to really give money or palliatives or support. But later on, we were able to, through the government, got survival funds. It is more later into the lockdown, which we were able to give some persons, not everybody, because it was few slots were given to us. Persons in the situation were able to benefit.
Okay,
Meanwhile, the vice chairman FCT chapter of NURTW, Isiaka Abdullahi, while describing the method employed to register members, said about 700 names were registered. He said, however, the outcome was very poor, as only about 20% benefited from the scheme.
The requirement is the name, the account number, the branches it belongs to, because we deal with branches, because we constitute branches that make up the states, and if possible, the unit you come from. So those are the data that we have collected to get the real member of the union, of which we did. To be precisely, my organization is one of the beneficiaries, truly, but the mistake that has come and happened along the way is when they say my union should send the data of its members, account number and other things, we did. But at the 100% expected members to benefit, I think hardly we get 20% that benefit from same program. Most about 80 to 70 something did not get at all as I'm talking to you. So I think by our own side, we can say effort by government saying go ahead is a welcome idea. But the people that are supposed to send the message down have failed. I said it 3 times. I failed. Because out of 100, hardly you get 20% that succeeded the money.
Also speaking, the president of Female Driver Association of Nigeria, Eunice Odege, said, despite submitting their database records to the Federal Ministry of Transportation, her members are yet to benefit from the scheme.
Yes, we have been following up, and we got an information that the money is no longer with them, and it has been moved to, it's now with Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment and the rest. So we are still expecting because they have told us that they forwarded the list to them. So we are expecting the ministry to call us for that. It's up to this moment we've not heard anything.
In response to the ICIR request for a Freedom of Information letter on the numbers of beneficiaries covered, the project coordinator of the MSME Survival and Fund Scheme and Special Assistant to the President on MSME, Tola Johnson, said the beneficiaries will be made available once the exercise is concluded. On the 16th of July 2021, the ICIR made effort to speak with the officials of the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, but most of them declined to talk to the press.